Hi students, welcome to R.C.Reddy IAS Study Circle. Today we will be discussing about PSLV C62's failure. PSLV C62 has been launched under the aegis of NSIL. It has carried Earth Observation Satellite N1 Anvesha 1 developed by DRDO, meant for strategic purposes, as well as 15 co-passenger satellites. These co-passenger satellites are from private sector as well as foreign satellites. Private sector like Dhruva Space, Take Me to Space, as well as certain foreign satellites from Thailand, UK, Nepal, Spain have been launched. It has also carried KID capsule from Spain, which is a re-entry demonstrator. So before proceeding ahead, we will be discussing about the difference between PSLV and GSLV, why PSLV is considered as workhorse of ISRO, failure of PSLV C62, failure analysis committee, as well as way forward and conclusion. So coming to difference between PSLV and GSLV, PSLV is a 4-stage launch vehicle. First stage is solid, next followed by liquid, followed by solid, followed by liquid. It is meant for launching satellites in polar orbit or sun synchronous orbit. Generally, remote sensing satellites as well as Earth observation satellites are launched from PSLV. So its carrying capacity is less compared to GSLV. Its carrying capacity is 1750 kgs in low Earth orbit. While coming to GSLV, it is a 3-stage satellite launch vehicle. First stage is solid, followed by liquid, next followed by cryogenic engine. It generally launches communication satellites in geostationary orbit or geosynchronous orbit. Next, its carrying capacity is more, its payload capacity, that is, it launches satellites in geostationary transfer orbit 2750 kgs in geostationary transfer orbit and 6 tons or 6000 kgs in low Earth orbit. So this is a main fundamental difference between PSLV and GSLV. So as PSLV launches the satellite in sun synchronous orbit, so sun synchronous orbit is nothing but after every 24 hours, the satellite will be present at the same place at same time after every 24 hours. For example, if the satellite is present in Hyderabad at 10 a.m., the satellite will be present next day at the same time at the same place. It will be present at the same time, that is 10 p.m. in Hyderabad next day. So this is nothing but sun synchronous orbit. So with respect to the sun, it will be in sync. Coming to geostationary or geosynchronous orbit, in geosynchronous orbit, the satellite's orbital velocity and Earth's rotation will be same here. So that is, the satellite will be present at the same place after 24 hours. The satellite will be present at the same place in the sky. In geosynchronous orbit, the satellite will be in sync with the Earth. In sun synchronous orbit, the satellite will be in sync with the sun. That is same sun time. Here. Here geosynchronous orbit, it is same Earth time. So these are the fundamental differences. So now that we have launched this PSLV in sun synchronous orbit, C62 we have launched in sun synchronous orbit. UPSC asked a previous question regarding the difference between PSLV and GSLV. 2018 UPSC prelims question. Consider the following statement. PSLV launches the satellites useful for Earth resources monitoring, while GSLV is meant for launching communication satellites. Next one is satellites launched by PSLV appear to remain permanently fixed in the same position in the sky as viewed from particular location on Earth. Next, third statement is GSLV Mark 3 is 4-stage launch vehicle with first and 3 stages using solid rocket motors and the third and fourth stage using liquid rocket engines. Based on the previous discussion, you can answer this question. Why PSLV is considered as workhorse of ISRO? Because of its success rate as well as its launches. It has launched deep space missions like Chandrayaan to Moon, Mangalyaan to Mars, AstroSat, dedicated space observatory, and Aditya L1 mission. It has been launched to Lagrange 1 point to study sun. So it has been launched to from PSLV. It has also launched 104 satellites in a single mission. So apart from this, so out of 64 launches, only 4 were failure and 1 was partially failed. It has also launched 430 satellites from 34 foreign countries. So it has also been used for launching foreign satellites also. So when it comes to these failures, recent 2 consecutively failed. This is the most worrisome aspect. So PSLV C61, PSLV C62, it has been launched in May 2025. Recently, January, it has PSLV C62 has been launched. So both resulted in failure. The reasons for this failure should be studied. Before proceeding ahead, we should be knowing about the reasons for failure of PSLV C61. PSLV C61 failed in 3rd stage. I have already told that first stage is solid. PSLV's first stage is solid, followed by liquid, followed by solid, followed by liquid. In this 3rd stage, PSLV C61 failed. 3rd stage, there was a drop in pressure chamber. So drop in pressure in the chamber resulted in this failure. So the pressure should be maintained optimum, otherwise it cannot give the thrust for the satellite to move up. So that resulted in failure. This anomaly resulted in failure. Next, the reason for failure of PSLV C62, it has failed in 3rd stage. The reason an anomaly has been detected in the 3rd stage, that is vehicle roll rates. There was disturbance in vehicle roll rates. The satellite will be moving like this. The roll rates increased abnormally. The 4th stage, PSLV C62 4th stage, there will be stabilizers, but these stabilizers could not be able to protect these abnormal increase in the speed, and this resulted in change in the path of the satellite. The satellite should be moving in the intended trajectory, but it has deviated from this trajectory. That resulted in this PSLV's failure. So consecutive failures of PSLV, that is PSLV C61 and C62, are cause of concern. So failure analysis committee, this has been constituted after PSLV C61 failure by ISRO. It has submitted, failure analysis committee submitted its report to Department of Space. ISRO's chairman will be secretary to Department of Space. This will be working under PMO. This ISRO did not, or Department of Space did not make it public. So because of this, we could not be able to know what is the main reason for failure of PSLV C61. If we could have known the failure of PSLV C61, the reason for it, we would have made certain changes because intense scrutiny would have been done. But this has not been made public. Previously also there were failure analysis committee constituted after GSLV's failure. GSLV F2 and GSLV F11 have been failed. At that time, failure analysis committee has been constituted. The summary of the report has been made public. So because of this, next failures were averted. Next, implications with respect to NSIL. NSIL, New Space India Limited, it has been set up in 2019 as commercial arm of ISRO. It is meant for launching satellites, private sector satellites as well as foreign satellites, and use our space products commercially. Because of these 2 consecutive failures, the public image of New Space India Limited stands to question. Next, with respect to PSLV itself, so we are projecting PSLV as workhorse of ISRO with minimal failures, with consecutive failures. The insurance premium, now international insurance markets have entered this space sector also. Now in order to insure our satellites, the premium will be more because of successive failures. This will also have deleterious impact on PSLV affordability. Now PSLV could not be affordable because of increase in insurance. So these are the main implications. Way forward, ISRO must restore its confidence. Before undertaking next launch, PSLV, it should undertake quality assurance protocols. It should find out any structural defects are there or not because PSLV's first launch has taken place in 1994. So intense scrutiny should also be there because it has completed more than 30 years. So it should find out any manufacturing defects or structural defects are there. It should also see to it that failure analysis committee report is also made public so that intense scrutiny of that report can also be made. Next, we will be seeing one prelims practice question and one mains practice question. Coming to prelims practice question, with respect to PSLV, consider the following statement. PSLV is capable of placing satellites into both polar and geosynchronous transfer orbits. Next, PSLV uses a combination of solid and liquid propulsion stages. Next, PSLV has been developed and operated by ISRO. You can comment the answer. Coming to mains question, the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle is often referred to as workhorse of ISRO. In this context, how will the recent PSLV failure impact India's space program?